There's a smear campaign being orchestrated against Keith Ellison since he's a progressive who wants to be the next head of the DNC. He made these comments in 2010, and this is the heart of the controversy. He said, "Stop. You know, why are we sending a mill, $2.8 billion a year over there, when they won't even honor our request to stop building in East Jerusalem? Where's the future Palestinian state going to be if it's colonized before it even gets up off the ground?" Now, you got Clinton, Biden, and the president who's told them, stop. Now, this has happened before. They beat back a president before. Bush 41 said, stop, and they said, we don't want to stop. And by the way, we want our money and we want it now. Right? You know, I mean, we're Americans, right? We can't allow another country to treat us like we're their ATM, right? And so we ought to stand up as Americans. So obviously he's talking about Israel there and Israel's treatment of the United States of America. And people are taking this comment and they're saying, oh, Keith Ellison is an anti-Semite. He's talking about the fact that the United States of America gives a lot of money to Israel, and then Israel continues to not listen to us when we say, stop building more settlements. Every part of that is factual. Every part of that is factual. But how are they spinning it? I don't know. And maybe they're saying, when he says, we can't allow another country to treat us like we're their ATM, that people are going, oh, there he goes. First of all, he's Muslim, so already anti-Semitic. But second of all, oh, really? You're going to say Israel is treating America like an ATM? So Jews are treating somebody like an ATM? So you're saying they're money-hungry Jews? Is that what you're saying? What fucking stereotype? Anti-Semitic. That's what that is. It's anti-Semitic. No, wait. You're adding all that onto it. He's saying in a very factual way, no, what's happening is the United States is giving Israel billions of dollars, and then Israel's turning around and going against what we say in terms of don't build settlements. And then we just keep giving them the money. So are you just not allowed to bring up those facts because in your mind you made it up that there's an anti-Semitic angle to it? This is gross, and this is cynical, and this is on purpose. This is an attempt to smear somebody who's an actual progressive who wants to be the head of the DNC, and he's in the running to be the head of the DNC. And they're trying to take him down by any means necessary. And by the way, if you look at all of his comments in context, he's very pro-Israel, and he's been clear from the beginning, I want a two-state deal. I want a two-state deal. I want sustained peace in the region. And again, they're spinning it like he's just this rabid anti-Semite, and a lot of that has to do with he's a Muslim American. So they go, oh, he's Muslim. I mean, you know how they feel about the Jews. It's one of those things. Okay. When the United States of America, as we just recently did, gives $38 billion to Israel in military aid, and then they do announce right after, oh, by the way, we're going to expand settlements, what do you want us to say? What do you want me to say? First of all, is it anti-Semitic for me to just object to sending $38 billion to them, even though I would object to sending $38 billion to anybody? So is it anti-Semitic to say, I don't want to give them that much money when we have a fucking infrastructure that gets a grade of D and we don't even have clean water in Flint? Is that anti-Semitic? By the way, they have universal health care in Israel. We're giving them $38 billion. We don't even have universal health care. So is that anti-Semitic? Or is it anti-Semitic to say, hey, stop stealing more Palestinian land? Because that ain't anti-Semitic either. It's a matter of, oh, we actually want sustained peace in the region, and step one to that is stop taking their shit. Maybe. Just maybe. So, this is a disgusting trick that tries to conflate criticism of Israel with hatred of all Jews. If you criticize Israel, you hate all Jews. You criticize the state of Israel, you're an anti-Semite. Well, what if the state of Israel is massively right-wing as they are, and I am not right-wing? Doesn't matter, you're an anti-Semite. No, you're using anti-Semitism as a shield to deflect from legitimate criticism of the state of Israel. That's what's going on there. And it's something, we've seen it from time to time with Islam too. If you criticize the doctrine of Islam and Sharia, for example, they'll deflect and say, well, you're just you're an Islamophobe. You're an anti-Muslim bigot. Well, no, I'm not saying I hate all Muslims. I'm not being bigoted against Muslims when I say, hey, maybe Saudi Arabia shouldn't, in the name of Islam, and they say it's because of Sharia, treat women as second-class citizens and behead people in the public square and say all atheists are terrorists. Is it anti-Muslim bigotry to say, no, all atheists aren't terrorists? So we got to stop with this nonsense fucking deflections of, I'm going to try to shut down the discussion by just, you're bigot, end of conversation. Keith Ellison's a bigot, so you can't be the head of the DNC. He's a bigot. Well, actually, no. His criticism was, let's stop sending ridiculous amounts of money to a country that then turns around and violates international law and doesn't listen to what we say when we give them the money. Hey, don't use this for settlements. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this for settlements. Thank you very much. But don't criticize that, because if you criticize that, you're an anti-Semite. Or not, and yes, fucking Keith Ellison should be the head of the DNC, your hacky, shitty arguments are proving exactly why that needs to be the case.